So today, Nico is having his first lesson, just with Karen cowling. She's coming out to us. It's the first time that she has been to us and met Nico. And he's just going to do some groundwork. I'm just trying to make him look clean, but it doesn't look very clean. But he is enjoying this chin scratch a lot. So we achieved vague cleanness. Anyway, Karen arrived. Nico has got a roller on with a loose spring happy mouth straight bar snaffle. We had 2 lunge lines. Karen had these great ones which are like grippy, so much easier than your normal lunge line. And when we started, he kept trying to eat the grass, because obviously the grass in that field is much greener than the grass in his paddock. So that was a bit of a stumbling point, I thought. However, Karen had this great suggestion and such a simple, easy solution. I cannot believe I never thought of it. Of just getting a pair of reins and putting the reins on the bridle as normal, and looping them through the top hole on the roller. So in effect, they were acting as kind of like reins. So they were adult grass reins, basically. So it's absolutely not a training aid that you can see there. It's just a pair of reins to stop him from stuffing his face, basically. So Karen started him off. I had never sort of done like the lunge long reining before, so this was quite new to me. We have kind of dabbled in a little bit of long reining, but when I say dabbled, we've kind of done it for like 5 minutes. And he has been quite good, but I just wanted to make sure that I am doing the right things, as I want to give him the best start for life. We're in it for the long haul. He is going to be with me forever, so there's no point in doing any sort of like quick tricks or anything like that. So I really want the best for him, so I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. When I took over initially, he was very much testing the ground, throwing some shapes, giving it a bit of sass, which was good fun, but actually he is quite strong. But it was nice to see that he was kind of testing to see what he was happy with, kind of how he goes, how he could move in it and that sort of thing. And also it was brilliant that he did do it when Karen was there, because it gave me sort of that knowledge and oversight from someone who could see what he was doing. So I was then able to learn how best to react and move forward from the little like sass moments. So that was brilliant, because sometimes you don't get that opportunity. So after he had got that out of his system, we just went down and caught him. We gave him a treat. As Karen rightly said, we want him to want to come back to us. So no big deal made out of it. Caught him, told him he was a good boy, got him calm again, and then just went back up and carried on doing what we were doing. I think it helped him to get that out of his system, because he did still throw some sass shapes when we returned, but he was much more manageable. So one of the things that I found difficult with this sort of lunge long reining was you stay towards their hindquarters, which for me was a bit alien, as whenever I was taught to lunge when I was younger, you would always stay at their shoulder. So that felt a bit odd, and a lot of the time I was going too far forward. However, you might go at the shoulder if you are wanting to kind of walk them along before you're going to straighten up and do the long reining. So that was kind of a learning process for me, getting the right mix of when I wanted to be at his hind and when I wanted to be at his shoulder. So there where he decides he is stopping, I didn't ask him to do that, so he just stopped. We just remain calm, and with the outside long rein, we're basically just kind of waving it so it acts as tapping against his bottom. we would do that to get him to get moving again. Obviously the tapping motion is a bit like being your leg. And then once he does move again, obviously you stop the tapping. So it's like positive reinforcement and you tell him that he's a really good boy. Obviously he is being a really good boy. So I said that a lot anyway. There might be occasions where they might turn their bum into you. So he did do this on a couple of occasions. And if they do that, like we do, like you can see here, I didn't do it there. But if he turns his bum into you, then we then do that sort of tapping motion with the inside long rein. And then that gets them to move their hindquarters back out. And then you carry on with the outside one. Sounds harder than it is. Even when I'm saying it, I'm a little bit like, what am I doing? But you do get there, trust me. Also goes without saying that your hands should be soft, obviously not applying too much pressure. So soft hands like you would have if you were riding. Here you will see a little bit that he turns his hindquarters in. So that's where I've used that other rein to tap him to try and get him to move forward. He is resisting a little bit, but it's all in his own time. And Karen did say that when you start long reining initially, a lot of it is basically just standing still and trying to get them to move. But to be fair, he was quite willing to move most of the time, so I was pretty pleased with that. And I have done 2 sessions with him since this, more for me to ingrain my learning. And he has been very willing. In fact, tonight he was definitely showing that sass again. So I will stop waffling on now. I can't think of anything else that I learned. I'm sure that there was more that I learned. But watching the video is really good for me to be able to see what I need to do, what I have done, where we're going, the direction, all that sort of stuff. So that's why I make them. For me, one of the nicest things I liked about this lesson was I have so far pretty much been doing everything with Nico in hand. So I've been walking at his shoulder, like by his head. So when I've seen him move, I have only really seen it on a video. So actually this allowed me to be able to see how he moves, see how he trots and that sort of thing. And actually it made me really, really excited about him. I was already excited about him, but it made me even more excited about him because I thought he looked lovely. So that is one of the biggest takeaways that I took from this. Like, it was just so nice being able to actually see him move whilst he's working. Anyway, as I said, I will stop waffling now. There is not much content left, just a little bit of long reining. So I will leave you to enjoy. If you've got any hints or tips, or I want to get him some booties, if you think there might be a colour that might look nice on him, then go comment on one of my Instagram posts at horsingandhound.com. And if you like the content, very talky content today, give me a like and a subscribe. Anyway, catch you soon. Thanks guys, bye.